Well, gentlemen, we made it another year, and the holiday season is right around the corner. That means it's time to start preparing for all of those festive holiday gatherings. And if you're going to maybe a somewhat fancy holiday party, you definitely want to make a good impression. And speaking of fancy holiday parties, I've got this really big anniversary gala that's coming up this Friday, and I've been preparing for it, and that's the inspiration for today's video. So the theme of the party that I'm going to is Old Hollywood. So I've got to figure out something that sort of fits in with that theme without looking like I'm just wearing a rental costume or something. So that brings us to understanding the dress code, or at least clarifying the dress code with your host. Before you do anything else, at least reach out to the host and ask about the dress code for that event, because you'll need to know if it's black tie or smart casual or just casual. And knowing the dress code sets the tone for your entire outfit. And one thing that I want you to know is that it's better to be slightly overdressed than it is to be underdressed. Then we need to talk about selecting what you're wearing in advance. So once you've got a clear understanding of what the dress code is, it's time to plan out your outfit well in advance to avoid any of those last-minute issues or malfunctions. I would say for the most part that if you're going to a somewhat fancy holiday party, consider wearing a suit, or at least a blazer with dress pants or slacks. A well-fitting suit is a classic option that always looks great. And I might suggest maybe something in a blue or a charcoal gray for that elegant and sophisticated look. Now, unless the event is black tie or formal, I would avoid wearing an all-black suit. Next is making sure that your items fit you and take things to a tailor in advance. So back to my party for a second, right? I've got this blue velvet jacket that I'm wearing, but the sleeves were too long. And knowing that I had this gala coming up, I took the jacket in last week to make sure that it would be ready in time for this Friday. So try on your outfit pieces well in advance and just make sure everything fits you perfectly. And look, I know what some of you guys might be thinking, right? I don't need to have my shirt tailored because my jacket's gonna be on all night long and nobody will ever see my shirt. And I get that logic, dude, I really, really do, but that's just missing the point. The point is to make sure everything that you're wearing fits you really well, because 8 times out of 10, your jacket will be on all night. But what if somebody bumps into you and spills their entire plate of food all over your jacket? And of course, I know the chances of that tragedy are pretty low. But look, since you have the time before the party, just go take a few things in and get your fit dialed in. Now, here's something else that's kind of interesting. Getting a haircut before the party isn't something that most guys even consider. But here's the deal. I have an appointment to get my haircut on Wednesday, 2 days before the party. There's going to be a lot of really cool and really influential people at this event, and you better believe that I want to make a good impression. And along with your haircut, make sure that your grooming is really dialed in, because one of the last things that you want are these random long nose hairs poking out when you're trying to have a conversation with someone that you really want to get to know. And that's why I partnered with Brio as a sponsor of this video. But even if they weren't, I would still recommend this thing to you. The Beardscape V2 is an amazing grooming tool that helps you get that perfect beard length and style, and they also have this brand new zero blade attachment. This new zero blade attachment is compatible with the V1 and the V2 trimmers, and it's specifically designed for lining up your beard and trimming all that stubble, because this cuts very close. Now, this V2 might just be the last trimmer you'll ever buy because of everything this can do. Now, this V2 is an updated version of the original, and now it comes with an upgraded display, a travel lock, and improved ergonomics. I seriously love this thing because it's got an incredibly strong motor, insane battery life, a versatile cutting range with millimeter length adjustments, RPM speed options, along with multiple length guard attachments. It also has a 2-year warranty and the backing of an amazing customer support team. So Brio is hooking all of us up with a very special offer, so don't miss out. Click the link down below in the description, and with your purchase of a new Beardscape, you can get a free zero blade attachment, which is about a $25 value. But hurry, because this offer is only good while these supplies last, and they generally do sell out pretty fast. So jump on this now and order worry-free with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Thank you, Brio, for supporting my channel and sponsoring today's video. Now let's talk about footwear, because your choice of footwear is just as important as the rest of your outfit. So if you're wearing leather shoes, please make sure they're polished and in good condition. Now, depending on the event, you might consider making a statement with your shoes like, I might be doing with these, but I haven't decided. It's either these or some regular black cap toes, and it might just be a game time decision, but I'm sure I'll be posting on Instagram, so make sure you follow me over there to see what I end up going with. But otherwise, leather dress shoes are gonna be a very safe and very stylish option for most fancy holiday gatherings. Okay, this next one might possibly be the most important, and that's to prepare a backup outfit. Stuff happens. Maybe you lose your balance when you're trying to pull your pants on and you end up ripping one of the hems out of the legs, or maybe you go pregame somewhere and then you spill red wine all over that clean white shirt. What's your plan B? Do you have a plan B? If not, now is the time to start thinking about it and just come up with a B option. All right, now start thinking about your accessories. Are you wearing a tie? Do you remember how to tie it? What about a bow tie? Or maybe you're wearing a pocket square or cufflinks. And if so, you should definitely watch the video I just made last week where I go into a bunch of detail on cufflinks and pocket squares, and I'll leave that link for you guys down below. But if you have a shirt that will take cufflinks, I would encourage you to wear some, just because. Okay, story time. So a few years back, I went to this holiday party that was hosted by a friend of a friend. I didn't go crazy on my outfit or anything, but I did wear a dress shirt with cufflinks under a sweater. And you would have thought that I just invented fire, because at least half the party came up to me at some point that evening to compliment me on my cufflinks. And it's kind of crazy because it's such a small thing that most guys will overlook. But I'm telling you, now is the time of year when you can give yourself that permission to work in details like that, because although it's unexpected, it is massively appreciated. All right, now it's time to double check that you have everything you need before you head out the door. So in my case, I need to make sure that I have my tickets. I also need to make sure that I've got some cash and at least one card in a little thin wallet like this. And one thing I might suggest, if you're dressing up and going somewhere kind of fancy, don't bring your big fat wallet, right? You don't need it. All it's gonna do is add bulk to whatever pocket you shove it into. Get yourself a slim wallet just like this that has just enough room for your driver's license, maybe a little bit of cash, and at least one card. You're not going to Costco or Macy's tonight, and you don't need 9 other credit cards, so just leave all that stuff at home. And with that, gentlemen, please consider subscribing if you are not already, and as always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.